So this was another short week. After 5 days on at work, I had the day and a half off. So hiker had another appointment in Albuquerque for a second leptospirosis vaccine. So we decided to find some adventure on the way. About 2 hours past Albuquerque to the east is Fort Union National Monument, which, as you can see, it's kind of this unique, just out in the middle of nowhere on this big flat open plain, this ruinous fort. Pretty cool. From the National Parks website, the description of the fort is a fort for young America, exposed to the wind within a sweeping valley of short prairie grass amid the swells of the Santa Fe Trail, lie the territorial-style adobe remnants of the largest 19th century military fort in the region. For 40 years, 1851 to 1891, Fort Union functioned as an agent of political and cultural change, whether desired or not, in New Mexico and throughout the Southwest. You can see out on the plain here, there's some deer running, and we're coming up on the Santa Fe Trail, which is not this first access road, but you can see a little ways ahead near the sign there, the Santa Fe Trail. The Santa Fe Trail is a almost 900-mile route connecting Franklin, Missouri with Santa Fe, New Mexico. It goes through the majority of Kansas, next kind of the corner of Colorado, and then drops down to New Mexico. It was a major trade route for that area. If you're new here to the channel is CAIRN Traveler. My name is Ruben. I travel full-time as an ER travel nurse with my dog Hiker, and we travel in a 25-foot Airstream. And generally speaking, this channel is just a vlog of the adventure we find along the way. So thanks for joining us, and if you like and enjoy following this content, I would encourage you to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you like the video that you're watching, and leave a comment.
Broken bones are worth their weight in gold. They prove you're alive. No fears or regrets. Just take the jump and hold your breath. It feels good to be alive. Oh, if you trip, get up again. Here we go, we're ascending. I feel so alive.
Volcanoes Day Use area was the last area of 4 at Petroglyph National Monument around Albuquerque that we hadn't been to. So after Fort Union, we jumped, well, 2 hours later, we jumped back over there before hiker's appointment and explored this area. The 3 little hills here, I'm guessing, are volcanoes. There's no like caldera in them, but just out on the plain again, and some spots kind of overlooking Albuquerque. You can see the city out there. Really pretty area. Again, it was super windy, not quite as much as Fort Union, but enough that the audio for any of this was pretty much useless, so I just decided to do a voiceover record. A really pretty area. Like Fort Union, dogs are okay on leash, and hiker had a good walk. Pretty day out here. Kind of mostly cloudy, but so please excuse the AC. I'm going to leave that on for the moment, but there's some background noise. This is the new DJI OM4. It's basically a Osmo Mobile 3, but with a magnetic phone mount. During my trip back to South Carolina, the DJI Osmo 3, which is usually that combined with my iPhone 10, is usually my go-to for vlogging on the go. I don't take the big camera, that's just for things in here. So it took a fall and broke this. So it's still doable. The top part has a spring which kind of holds the phone in place, but there's a spring loose here. I can't figure out how to get this loose to repair the spring, but what ends up happening is it off balances because this is no longer equal. This shoves that down. It can't balance anymore, and then it shuts down. So this is pretty much useless. Getting into it, I did some research online, and there's not a whole lot of information about getting into here. I was able to take this plate off, but it doesn't really help. So repairing it, I don't think is going to happen. So I ordered this one. The reason I hadn't done this one before was that I have a case for the iPhone that has a magnet in it, so I can phone mount it to the car. There's like a vent mount for magnetic stuff for the phone. And I didn't want anything in addition to that on top of it or around this case, so I kind of avoided this last time, but I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. So as you can see, it's pretty similar. Similar bottom mount there, similar top mount. Honestly, it feels a little bit lighter, maybe. Turned on. We've got a phone mount here. That right there, riser pad for small phones. So that's actually got some spring to it. Should mount to the iPhone. Charge cable. Don't know if I really need that or not. Here we've got, I'm thinking this is probably a bag. Yep. So similar to the old one, a little storage bag there. That right there. So this is if you want to put a little kind of ring magnetic plate on the back of the phone, which I don't think I'll use, but let's see. Yeah, bit of documentation there. That right there. Okay. So, all right, try out the phone camera direction. Let's see if it'll fit around my case. And it does. It's kind of nice. I'm assuming the magnet would still work for my car mount, so hopefully that's the case. So very similar to my last one. So in this case it would come out, and that's pretty solid. That's really nice actually. Alright, so same functionality as the last one, pretty good. I like it. The nice thing about this, it comes with a few other features, but the nice thing is that you can simply detach the iPhone and use it as you would regularly. With this piece, I can just take this off and still use my case as per the usual. And then you're also free to like take pictures or whatever else you need to do with the iPhone. So yeah, at least for right now, I am liking this. I like it a lot. I don't think I'll put on the sticky mount pieces, but we'll see. As far as this goes, like so. There we go. Lined up. Cool. I love magnets, as you know. Alright, that's it for now. Give you updates as I use this more.